Hi there, guys. It is me, Mr. Fossil, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be looking at some quartz specimens I have in my collection, and today I'm going to teach you about quartz. So without further ado, let us look at some of my quartz specimens that I have in my drawers. But first, I'm going to have to dig through my boxes and containers to look for these specimens. But don't worry, it won't take that long. So, guys, I dug through my little bags and boxes and I found what I believe are all the specimens of quartz that I've collected so far. Here is them up close. Some of these specimens were sorted with other stones, so it took me some time to dig them out. For example, this little guy here, he was in a bag of assorted little precious stones here. But the other ones too were assorted as well. These four little specimens I keep in a little Altoids container. Inside this container also is a little assortment of pebbles and little seashells. But yes, some of them are mixed and mingled with other specimens. So a little background on these specimens. Most of these specimens were collected just this year alone, like the majority of them, and I'll show you which ones. All the specimens before you have been collected this year only. I collect my specimens within the woods behind my house. There's a woods behind there, and there's a lake and a marsh, and that's where I find all these rocks. I have a video detailing my whole rock collection, which I'll link in the description. But yeah, all these specimens I found in the woods. This specimen I also found in the woods, but I found that one a couple of years earlier. And this little guy I found within in my neighborhood at the bus stop. One of my neighbor's house says I found this in their yard. This is the oldest piece of quartz I own in my collection. Quartz, I have to say, might be a very common mineral you find. Like, it's pretty much you can find it anywhere on the ground, so it's probably the easiest gemstone that you can look for while going rock hunting. But yeah, very common and abundant crystal. And there are actually different types of quartz. There is Milky Quartz, which is like a whitish color. There is Smoky Quartz, which is like a grayish color. And there is Rose Quartz, which is like a pink color. But quartz can come in many different colors as well. But as you see among my collection, we have like mainly like white stones, some clear ones, and some like, I don't know, yellowish, brownish ones too. But I'm going to show you these specimens up close in detail. Now, I said that these are all the quartz I have in my collection, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure if all these rocks are quartz, but I'm just assuming that they are because, quartz is very common. And, it's very common to find it, so I'm going to say these are all quartz, and most likely they probably are. These 5 specimens here are 5 pieces of what you would call milky quartz due to its white color. So here's the first little guy here. Here's the second one. This could be quartz, but I'm not sure. Here's the third little guy. This one is a bit crusted up with like dirt and grime, but I can tell it's milky because it has like the white texture on it. And my biggest piece of milky quartz. This little guy here is gray in color, so he is a smoky quartz. But yeah, look at that guy. Look at him shine. Very nice little specimen. This specimen is completely clear and really doesn't have a color. Some quartz is like that, or it could be a grayish color, so it could be smoky, but to me it looks like it's all clear. But look at that. Very nice little guy. You have to look really close to the ground to find some of these things, because these little gems are not very big. These guys here are like a brownish, yellowish, amber color kind of gemstone or quartz. This one seems to be polished to some extent. Like it's very smooth, reflective of the light. So it's probably from something. Here's another one. These two stones, when I picked them up in the woods and washed them off, I'm assumed that they are quartz. I'm not too sure if they are, but they do shine like quartz, like they are shiny crystalline rocks. So they could be pieces of quartz, but some of them, of course, are covered in grime and that, so I can't really tell. So here's this one, this little chunk here. This one is really hard to see to shine because it's covered in like grime and all that other stuff. But it does have like somewhat of a translucent texture if you look at it closely. Well, at least I can see it as being somewhat shiny, but I don't know if on the camera. Before we get to the big boy over there, I forgot I also have another large specimen of quartz. This guy, this is my most recent addition of large chunk of quartz. It could be a quartz though. It has like a little bit of a white texture and like the grays in it. So it could be like, look at it, like, shining and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my most recent addition. Weeks ago I went out and I found this in the ground. It could be a quartz. Looks like it was from a pebble of some kind, as you can tell, that got cracked in half and was polished. So this could be from a polished quartz pebble and got all dirty and now the shine is showing because it broke. But yeah, look at this guy. Very nice specimen. Now we're on to this bad boy right here. This is the biggest specimen of quartz that I found in the woods. So I was walking in the woods and I find this really translucent shiny stone in the ground, and I rip it out of the ground with my bare hands, and then came out this thing. Of course it was all dirty, but I knew it was a piece of quartz. And my dad decided to polish it and clean it off, and well, it's all shiny, like new, like it's never been dirty. Who knows how long it's been in the ground for? But who knows? Maybe there's even bigger chunks of quartz, or even some sizable specimens that I can find there. But I hope I can find more chunks like this. This guy is the biggest specimen I have. I do not want to get hit in the head with this guy. A really big chunk of quartz, like the biggest I've ever come across. But I hope that there is more so I can add them to my collection. But look at this. Look at this behemoth of a quartz. Look at that. Look at this thing. Yeah, this is the biggest specimen of quartz I've ever seen. And I'm glad that I have this marvel in my rock, mineral, and fossil collection. But there you have it, guys. These are all of my quartz specimens, or should I say, so-called quartz. Like I said, some of this stuff could be some other mineral that's like quartz, or I'm mistaking it for quartz. But I don't know. But I think that the majority of these little gemstones and stuff are probably quartz stones. But yeah, these are all the quartz stones that I have really in my collection. Like, if I misidentified any of these, let me know in the comments. We all make mistakes, but I do believe that a large handful of these specimens are quartz. Like, a lot of them, you can see, like, you have your milky quartz, like your little yellowish, brownish quartz, your smoky quartz. But, yeah. But, I hope that I can collect more quartz specimens when I go out in the woods, or maybe I can get some more crystals as well. Maybe I can purchase some crystals. But I hope you enjoyed this little video, this little showcase, and I hope you learned something new. Um, and I hope you all have a nice day. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.